Let me guess. You check your bank account, and there's money in it. Not a lot, not enough to feel rich, but enough that you don't immediately panic. And for the first time, you don't feel one unexpected bill away from disaster. You're not debt-free. You're not financially independent. You're not quitting your job. But something feels different. That feeling? It's not random. Because everything changes after you save your first $10,000. And most people completely misunderstand why. My name is Brian, and I probably think about personal finance, money psychology, and why certain financial milestones matter more than others, more than I should. And if you're someone who's been trying to save money but keeps feeling like it never really clicks, or if you've been stuck under $5,000 or $6,000 for years, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today, I want to explain why $10,000 isn't just a number. It's a psychological turning point. And once you cross it, the entire way you think about money starts to change. Here's the thing. Most people think saving $10,000 matters because of what you can buy with it. A used car, a vacation, a buffer. But that's not why it's powerful. In fact, if you save $10,000 and immediately spend it, you miss the entire point. Here's what most people don't realize. $10,000 doesn't change your life because of what it buys. It changes your life because of what it does to your brain. And this is where it gets really interesting. According to the Federal Reserve, nearly 40% of Americans cannot cover a $400 emergency without borrowing money or selling something. $400. That means millions of people live in a constant state of low-grade financial stress. Even people with decent jobs, even people making good money. So when you save $10,000, you don't just gain money, you exit survival mode. And that shift rewires your behavior in ways most people never expect. Before $10,000, your financial life feels fragile. Every decision feels heavier than it should. You hesitate to say no. You avoid risks that might actually help you. You overthink small expenses, not because you're bad with money, but because when your margin is thin, your brain treats every dollar like oxygen. Spend too much, and something might break. This is called scarcity mode, and it's brutal. When resources feel limited, your brain narrows its focus. You stop thinking long-term. You stop planning strategically. You make reactive decisions. Behavioral economists have shown that scarcity literally reduces cognitive bandwidth. In simple terms, being broke makes you worse at money, not because you're irresponsible, but because your brain is overloaded. So when you save $10,000, you don't magically become smarter, you become calmer, and calm changes everything. $10,000 does three things at once. First, it gives you margin. Margin means breathing room. An unexpected expense doesn't turn into a crisis. You can pause instead of panic. Second, it gives you confidence. You've proven something to yourself. Not that saving is possible in theory, but that you actually did it. That identity shift matters more than the money. And third, it changes how you evaluate risk, which leads to better decisions that compound over time. Let's talk numbers for a second. If your monthly expenses are around $3,000, $10,000 gives you over 3 months of runway. That's not luxury, that's leverage. Because when you're not terrified of short-term failure, you can make better long-term choices. You negotiate harder. You walk away sooner. You invest more consistently. This is why people with savings often earn more over time. Not because they're luckier, but because they're less desperate. Now, you might be thinking, $10,000 doesn't feel like that much anymore. And objectively, you're right. Inflation is real. Costs are higher. Housing is expensive. But this milestone isn't about purchasing power. It's about psychological safety. And psychological safety changes behavior faster than income ever will. Here's something most people don't talk about. Before $10,000, you hope you're good with money. After $10,000, you believe you are. And that belief changes everything. You stop asking, "Can I afford this?" and start asking, "Is this worth it?" That's a massive upgrade. Once you hit this milestone, a domino effect starts. You save faster, you spend slower, you feel less emotional around money, and emotions drive spending far more than logic ever will. This is why people often say saving became easier after that. Not because money magically appeared, but because fear disappeared. Now here's the frustrating part. Most people never reach $10,000, not because they can't, but because they treat savings as leftovers, whatever's left at the end of the month, which is usually nothing. People who reach this milestone do the opposite. They save first, even if it's small, even if it's uncomfortable, because momentum beats motivation every time. If you want to reach $10,000, stop relying on willpower. Automate your savings. Even $25 a week is over $1,300 a year. Stack that with raises, bonuses, tax refunds. Progress doesn't need to be dramatic, it needs to be consistent. And this part matters. Once you hit $10,000, don't touch it for lifestyle upgrades. Not the car, not the apartment, not the vacation. This money is not for fun. It's for freedom. And once you break that rule, you lose the psychological benefit. Here's a simple trick that works shockingly well. Don't call it savings, call it something specific. Freedom fund, runway. Don't panic money. Your brain respects labeled money more than abstract numbers. $10,000 isn't the finish line, it's the foundation. It's the moment money stops controlling every single decision. It's when you stop optimizing for survival and start optimizing for growth. From there, investing feels easier, career moves feel safer, life feels less fragile. Look, no one feels proud saving the first few $1,000s. It's slow, it's boring, it feels pointless, until suddenly it isn't. Your future self won't remember the dinners you skipped. They won't remember the things you delayed. They'll remember the moment they stopped feeling trapped. So if this helped you think differently about money, subscribe for more videos like this. Share it with someone who's still stuck under that first big milestone. And ask yourself, are you just earning money, or are you building safety, leverage, and freedom? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.